Hello, hello, hello. So this is going to be like a just playing video for a few minutes. I'm sorry. I was trying to do do one of our spotlights, and this girl is just not ready. She can't. This is Charity, and she's so new, and she doesn't have any levels, and she's just in sad shape. And I was trying not. If I use the God Ring, she's too powerful, and she kills everything in one hit. And if I don't use the God Ring, then she dies in one hit. So I'm caught kind of in a catch-22 situation. And then I was going to enchant her some stuff, but she doesn't know. She hasn't been through my enchanting regimen. She's got all she needs to craft stuff, I think. But you know what I'm going to do? Just in case, I'm just going to send her. We're just going to grab everything. We're just going to grab. I have all this stuff from a mod, which gives us a bunch of crafting supplies, and we're gonna use those. Matter of fact, you know what? We're just gonna. I don't think we need anything down here. Let's just go to Dragon's Reach.
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in river.
And let's just go in here, and we're going to grab what we need. And we'll fix her up. This always takes a few minutes, but I thought rather than just not having any video while I'm doing this, because this is going to take some of my time, that I would just go ahead.
If you need potions,
and I don't. This animation is part of what we're going to do our spotlight on. So if she looks funny or moves funny, it's because of that animation thing. So don't think too badly of me. It's just the way it is. Does she have any ingredients to speak of? She has some, but not all. So we're going to get the ingredients while we're here too, because I'm going to have her whip up some stuff that she needs. Alright, that should do. Alright, so let's go back to, oops, put that away. You're going to get a little bit of a, what do you call it? You're getting a little bit of a sneak peek on what we're doing coming up, but that's okay.
Question is judgment.
Let's go back to the cheat room. I'm going to fix her up. I'm going to fix her armor and stuff up so she can play at this legendary level. I could just change the level, the difficulty level in the game, but I've just gotten used to having it like this, so I'm just going to keep it this way. Let's just break these things up. I do this all the time. I just got to be careful. I don't want to break my cheat rings, which I've done that. You've probably seen me do it before. A number of times I forget and I just break those cheat rings, and I'm like, well, that didn't help me. And then I got to walk over to the box and get a new cheat ring. It's so annoying. Anyway, so I hope everything is going well for you. This is a little bit of a delay, and it takes a few minutes to do this. And like I said, I just wanted to, you know, I wanted to make a video of something, and this can go under just playing, but it'll be a Skyrim video, so it'll get more attention than a non-Skyrim video, because let's face it, that's what everybody likes the best, and I don't have any trouble with that. That's fine. It's all good for me. Let's see, I want her sword to be good, but I don't want it to be ridiculous. So what we're going to do, I haven't actually improved her sword at all, but I can do that later. Let's do... Fiery Soul Trap. Hold on a second. That leaves us 211 charges. If I add shock damage, it's down to 92. I'm sure you saw that. Hopefully I didn't move too fast. But if I do shock damage, that's 187. And I do fire damage, that's 97. What if I add Soul Trap at that point? That's 69 charges. Woo! Okay, the other way's better. I'm trying to get at least enough charges. I want to do good damage, but I want to be able to do some Soul Trap, and I don't want the sword to run out of charges every 3 seconds. It's so annoying when that happens. Alright, so I tried to rename my items with my character's name. That way it groups them all together in my menu. And yes, I called her Charity, because I think that is a nice name and a nice thing. Alright, so let's go down to her stuff. I should have... she's carrying a lot of gear so that she can do those armor replacer mods and things like that. I'm going to try to use her for more of those in the future. Okay, but this is her ebony shield. Now I have the crazy... what do you call it? I have the crazy mod where I can add a lot of stuff to my items. I can fortify her alchemy. Do we want to fortify archery? Why not? And we'll fortify block. And we'll, let's see, we'll fortify our healing rate and our health. I fortify a lot of stuff. Magicka and Magicka regen. Fortify our one-handed. Fortify our smithing. Stamina and stamina regen. And that's her shield. So that's all we're going to do on the shield. I think that's plenty, though. You will notice that I'm not afraid to add some enchantments, because I'm going to play her on legendary. And she's going to have some struggles, I'm sure, but she'll be okay overall. Depends on what I do, I guess. But so that's her shield. Y'all have seen me do some of this before if you've watched some of my older videos, but I figure it doesn't hurt for you to see it again, and it gives me a chance just to kind of ramble to you while we're doing this. Now this piece, I will do a lot of stuff to this piece, but let me go back up to the top so I can keep track of what I'm doing. We'll fortify archery. I'm trying not to fortify the magic so much. I could fortify the magic and then she could really be insane, but I just haven't been doing that. I've just been playing the sword and board so much. I do some sneaking and some archery sometimes, so I don't mind doing that. I could do a heavy armor mage at some point and just give them a ton of magic and stuff and see how that works out. But I've just found it so much easier to do the tanky type person, so it's a matter of what you like. It's up to you. Let's see. So, okay. Now on the chest, I always give them all of this stuff, because it just makes them a bit tougher. It usually doesn't overdo it, because on legendary sometimes I'm purposefully trying to get into as bad a fight as possible, and I know right now I don't have the mods for some of that, but nonetheless. Alright, now her name is probably not going to fit into this, so tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to get rid of this, and I'll still know what it is anyway. I could just say Charity Armor and I would know what it is. It would be fine. But we'll do it this way. Again, I do this so it'll all group together the way I want it to in her inventory. And I do this. I usually do this with my guys too nowadays. I admit in the past, maybe not all the time, but I try to be better about that now. So we definitely, I always put muffle on the boots. Hopefully I don't forget anything. If I forget anything, I've usually fortified so much stuff, and I've usually fortified it enough that forgetting one item is not a death sentence at all. It's usually okay. So let's do this, and I am going to do the same thing as far as removing this out of the middle. And it's not that I don't know what kind of armor this is, it's just if people see it in the game, it's a little more helpful, and if you're not familiar with the armor and you need to ask, then you can ask. It's fine. You can always ask, you know, if what armor I'm using or whatever I'm using. I don't mind those questions at all. And if there's any mod that you want us to check out, that's fine too. No problem at all with that. Just let me know. Let's see, alchemy, we're doing archery and block. Yes, I just keep doing this until I'm done. So it's a little boring, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, definitely if there's something you want to see, let me know. If it's something insane that takes a lot of time, then I would just have to I'll just have to work on it. It may take me a while to get it done. But like I went through some big playthrough mods here recently, and I spent a lot of time on those. I didn't mind doing it. It was fun. It was interesting to look at something new and try to find what I could find about them. Alright, that looks good. Now sometimes if I have problems, I'll change the word gauntlets to gloves because it's shorter, and a lot of times that works better. So if I run out of space here, you might see me do that. Yep, it just ran out of space. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make this gloves, and that'll save us a few characters. And if that's not enough, then we'll do something else. Usually that will suffice, because I'm usually pretty close. See? I wish they didn't have such a tight limit on that, but, I mean, for it to show up good on the screen and look good, I guess you had to have some limit. Whatever. Right? Okay, so you gotta remember this game was made, like, what, 8 years ago? Well, actually it came out 8 years ago. It was made before then, so. So just something to remember. This is an old game, as much as we all love it. Oh, no. I just crashed. Why did I crash? That was not nice. Why do I have Fishing Planet updating? Well, okay, I said this was going to be kind of a rambling, crazy video. Okay, I don't understand why that crashed, though. I haven't been having any problem with crashes lately because I haven't really been... You know what? I do have that animation mod turned on, though. Maybe I should turn that off because I haven't really tested it or played with it. I tried it out for just a minute, and then I was like, well, I really need to get her situated because I can't fully test it and play around with it without her having some kind of armor and set up so that she could actually, you know, have a battle. Oh, maybe I should just go to Porthos and do this. Actually, yeah, I did do my last animation mod with Porthos. You know what? I think I'll do that. That would probably be quicker and easier than trying to... I can get her fixed up at another time. I didn't know this was going to become such an ordeal. Alright, well, I'm sorry about that. I'll probably still put this up as just playing, just fooling around. Again, like I said, not sure what the crash is related to. I did just turn on that animation mod. Could easily just be something there where I'm just, you know, whatever. But that's fine. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, and another thing I was thinking of doing when I change up what I'm doing, I may change up my general load order and load order guide. I'm not going to change it up a lot, though. I've went back and restudied the guides I looked at originally, and not really much has changed. Like if you look at, there's this one big guide that you can look at that's out on the forums, and then there's Tarshana's guide, and you know, they don't totally agree with each other. They do different things in different places, and I sort of looked at what they did and sort of made my own kind of logical steps and ideas, because I don't use all the crazy mods that some people do, and then I do use some crazy mods that other people don't use. So you really have to kind of just find what works for you. So I'm probably going to be changing that up too, and when I do, I'll put that out there and publish it. It might be next month. We're halfway through this month though, so it's hard to say. I'm going to reload my game first before I switch over and go on with our next thing. I'm going to reload and see where this girl is at. I don't think I had anything saved, so I think I lost what we just did. Which is so sad. And now it probably will come up and say, oh, you don't have the animation on. I don't care. Just load me up, dude. So let's see where we're at and where that puts me on outfitting her. I can outfit her later. I was just kind of showing you that for fun while I was getting her ready, but I'll just switch to Porthos. He has stuff and he can play, and he can do some of this. We've used him before for other animations, and he's already outfitted and ready. Oh, she's nowhere near ready now because she doesn't even have the stuff up here. Let me check. I bet she doesn't. I bet she doesn't have. And I do have the Nordic jewelry and stuff from the Creation Club, which I think looks pretty good. If you look like on her forehead and on her chest, the little blue glowing orb set in the jewelry, it looks good. I think that looks good. It doesn't look good with everything, though, but it looks good with this Lear armor set. All right. Well, that's my opinion that it doesn't look good with everything. You make your own choice. So let's see. Do I have any of that stuff? No. No. So that reset us. That crash reset us way back. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move on. We're going to go do our video on Porthos. I'll outfit her later. So I'm just going to do a save or two here for her. Keep her in good shape. Anyway, so this is kind of a bust. I might put it up anyway, just as kind of a just playing around video. I'm just kind of disappointed that nothing is working right now. But you know, these things happen. Some days it's like this, so nothing wrong with that. And it's just maybe not as helpful or as good as you would like for you to watch. So, nonetheless. If I do put it up, thanks for watching. And if you've stuck around to the end, hey, watch something else. Find something better. Surely after this, I will have done something better. All right. Okay. Thank you, and have a good day.